So we have hit our official first red day in over 2.5 weeks of trading, and it's gonna happen. But I've been doing a good job documenting all of my wins, constantly showing you guys what I'm doing to be successful. And today I get to showcase to you a red day. And it's a small red day, which is important because by losing a small amount of money when you're constantly making big wins or small wins, even, you reduce your chances of giving all of your profits back over time. And we're going to showcase that to you today. We're going to go over the trade I took. We're going to tell you exactly how much I lost. And I'm also going to share with you my trading journal. Anytime I take a loss, I write it in here. Now, I don't write my wins. I could probably be writing my wins, but I write my losses. And today we had a small loss. So we're going to go ahead and read what I wrote so you can see what I'm telling myself when I make these losses and what we can do better. And then we'll dive into the charts. All right. So if this is your first time watching, my name's Johnny Trades. I trade in the stock market. I use real cash in a cash account. I don't trade with margin. I don't trade options, futures, prop firm accounts, or anything in between. I trade stocks with the real money, and I buy real stocks at the price that they're presented. So with that said, if you find this informational, educational, inspiring, or overall entertaining, do me a favor, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You could also watch me trade live every morning alongside me and my Learn to Earn team by clicking the first link in the description below. That'll give you 100% free lifetime access for right now. If you get in now, we have about 200 spots left. And if you wait too long to get in, you may have to pay a small fee. So if you get in now, you won't be charged. So this is what I wrote to myself in my journal. I took a small $20 loss today after a beautiful 12-day winning streak. By forcing a trade on MSTZ due to me thinking that Bitcoin could break below the 45 EMA for more selling pressure. And that was on the 1 hour time frame, and we'll go over that in just a moment. It actually found support and began to push up. But I did do one good thing, and two good things actually. I scaled in slowly to my position, so I didn't buy everything all at once. And I cut losses quickly using stop losses and market sell orders. I could be down easily $200 if I would have held any of my positions. And I didn't do that today. Today was a win in my eyes, even though I took a small loss. And also, I'm still up just shy of $600 in an 8-day period. So I'm still up $600 even though I took a $20 loss. So let's go ahead and dive into the computer and we'll talk about exactly and show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so as you can see, MSTZ currently down 25 bucks. Okay, 25 bucks. That's not too bad. All right, $25, and we've been consistently making $80, $100, $90. We've been making some decent money. Let me go ahead and turn my volume down so the alerts don't bug us too much while we do this video. But as you can see here, I was trying to force a trade for that break above this moving average. It was a good buy zone area. At least it was previously a good buy zone area. Within 915 and 930 seems to be a pretty good support. And if you go back, you can see I've been trading MSTZ for months. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about here. Now, it has been finding a lot of support around 915, 930, right? And pushing up off of that level. And today, it didn't do that when I wanted it to. Looks like it's trying to push back up. Now it's getting rejected. So again, still a very solid trade. I bought a couple hundred shares. I bought 100 shares at 924, at 925, and I even waited. I waited to start buying till we got closer to like 8 o'clock. I noticed it wasn't making any lower lows after 30 minutes of the market being open. So I thought, well, it's consolidating. We could actually get a nice push up. I bought another 100 shares at 930. And at one point, we were up $20 right around this level. And I didn't lock in profits. I just bought more. I bought another 100 shares at 919, another 100 shares at 919 a minute later. And then I had my first sell of 300 shares at 921. At one point, we were down 40, maybe $50. It pushed back up to where I was pretty much break even. And I said, you know what? If it goes down to 921, I'm just going to get out for a small loss. My average price was 922. So on 300 shares, I think I was down like 10 bucks, 15 bucks. Then I sold another 100 shares at 920, so lost a couple dollars there. And I meant to sell 100 shares at 921, and I accidentally hit the buy button. I had switched back to Bitcoin or MSTR to look at something. It went from sell to buy. I hit the buy button instead of sell, and I bought more at 921 when I meant to sell it. Immediately sold at 918 and then 916, resulting in a small loss. I tried buying back in with 30 shares at 923. I bought a few additional shares at 921, just using the rest of my buying power to potentially get this reversal. And then I ended up selling those 32 shares at 913. So not a bad trade, right? At one point we were down 20, now we're down 25. But again, let me showcase this to you. If I would have held to 877, that would have been close to a 5% loss on just shy of $5,000, which is easily 250 bucks. Now, also, if I would take into account 45 cents per share, we can do the math on this, okay? 500 shares times 0.45, $220. So I could have actually potentially had a $200 loss today. I didn't. It recovered, and we could have actually broke even and maybe not lost any money. Maybe locked in 10 cents, maybe 50 bucks or so today. But we did a really good job by managing our risk and not having to worry about this drawdown and then deciding, okay, do I cut losses? Is it gonna recover? And so we did a good job today by managing our risk. Now, to look at the overall picture on Bitcoin, we noticed Bitcoin was kind of tracking along this area this morning, right? 6 o'clock, 6:30. It was getting rejected around 74,000. It'd push up, it'd go below, it'd push up, it'd go below. So then I took that trade right around, 8 o'clock. I noticed that it was below this moving average and thought we could actually go lower. And when we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, this is what I was basing my trade off of, right? 7 o'clock, it had a red candle. It was below that 45 EMA. 8 o'clock, it was below it and then immediately pushed back up, finding support. So I was like, well, it's been finding support on this for the last couple of days. It's very bullish. I didn't really want to take the trade to begin with, but I thought if this broke this moving average right here, we would actually begin to see more selling pressure if it broke this level down to retest the moving average, about 3%. It didn't do that, and that's okay. Sometimes your trade plans don't go according to plan, but we had a good idea on what if this did happen, we could make some decent money. But we followed our plan. It didn't happen, it didn't break, and we were able to cut our losses. MSTR, same thing, right? It wasn't making any higher highs, but at the time it was making higher lows. It was following the 45 EMA very well. And I thought, well, this could potentially break out of resistance, pushing higher, result in MSTZ pushing lower. And that's exactly what it did. MSTR pushed up, pushed all the way up to 151. It's now back down, retesting this moving average right here and beginning to push up even more. So I already went for a walk today. I closed my position at 8:30. I only spent 1 hour of trading. I usually only trade for about an hour. I really hate to trade any more than that. And instead of, I cut my losses, went for a walk. It was a beautiful walk with my wife. Enjoyed our conversation, enjoyed the rest of the day, and we were able to walk away. We weren't stuck to the screen watching this push down by 9, and then it pushed up, and now it's 10 o'clock, and I would have been staring at the screen all day to basically break even on a bad trade. Okay, we're not forcing trades. So we did a good job by, not forcing a trade. And, well, we did force a trade slightly, but we did a good job by not holding and hoping and wishing. We cut our losses, we walked away, and we're still in the green. We're still very in the green. So QQQ also very choppy today, right? Very bullish. We've seen it push up from lows of 598 to 605, almost 606, then kind of fade away, then recover, then fade away. Now it's slowly selling off, but by no means does this mean MSTR is going to sell off with it. Seems to be going along with Bitcoin a little bit here today. So again, did a good job today by, again, we slightly forced a trade that wasn't really there, but we had a trade idea. We followed our trade plan. It didn't go the way our trade plan, um, you know, what we had thought the trade plan would play out, but we did a good job by following our trade plan. We knew where we were going to take profits. We knew what we were going to do if Bitcoin broke that structure, and we had a solid exit strategy by having a stop loss set. So, in my opinion, it was still a win, even though we took a small loss. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to showcase not only my winning days, but my losing days. And by being able to lock in, you know, say 5 times higher than my loss, then we're still making money, right? We're making $80 to $100 every day when we do have green days. Taking a $20 loss does not give back much profits at all. Now it'd be different if we were making $20 and then you made another $20 and then you took a $100 loss. Now you're down, and then you make $20 and then you take another $100 loss. Then that's some serious problems, right? And I've been there before. Many years ago, I was there, right? You get your small wins, small wins, small wins. You take a huge loss. Now it's the opposite. We're taking good wins and we're taking small losses, and that's going to keep our account growing over time. So I appreciate you guys. I hope to see you all on our live stream tomorrow morning. And as a reminder, the FOMC rate cut decision will be tomorrow at 2 p.m., so about 2 hours before the market closes. And then we have the Jerome Powell speaking about 30 minutes later. So markets are going to be very volatile. We could see it skyrocket up, we could see it sell off, or we could see it just begin to just flatline like it has been doing the last couple of weeks. But excited to share that with you. If you want, I can go live during that FOMC meeting, and obviously we'll be live tomorrow morning to see if we could find another setup to trade. I appreciate your time. Like always, when in doubt, cash out. There's nothing wrong with staying cash when times of uncertainty or when there's no trade setup or plan that you have. No point in forcing a trade. And let's all remember to end the year on a green note. Later, team.